waitressing, a man walked up and said, "I'd like to reserve a table for two. I have a date with a very special lady." He was in his mid-40s and looked so happy when he said it, grinning ear to ear like he was about to propose or something. I reserved the table and figured I was about to serve some cute romantic dinner. 30 minutes later, he walked back in, but he wasn't with a woman. He was holding hands with a little girl who looked about 7. I did a double take because that was definitely not what I expected. Then I smiled to myself. Oh, a daddy-daughter date. That's actually really sweet, I thought. I brought them to their table and handed out menus. "Can I start you off with some appetizers?" The man smiled at the girl. "Get whatever you want, sweetheart." The girl didn't say anything. She just pointed at the menu, looking shy. I figured she was just quiet and took their order. When I came back to refill their water, I noticed something weird. The man had a notepad out on the table. He was writing things down. He'd ask the girl a question, and she'd write her answer on a separate piece of paper. Then he'd read it and write in his notepad. I made a mental note. That's kind of odd, but maybe she's just really shy. I brought their appetizers a few minutes later. That's when I overheard his questions, and my stomach dropped. "Do you have any cousins?" he asked. "Tell me what your dad and uncles are like." The girl wrote something down and showed him. He nodded and wrote in his notepad. Those weren't normal daddy-daughter questions. Those were questions you ask when you don't know someone, like you're interviewing them. I walked back to the kitchen and found my coworker Brian. "Something's really wrong at table 12. What do you mean?" he asked. "That guy is asking his daughter questions like he doesn't even know her." Brian and I started watching from the server station. The questions got worse. "What's your school's name? Do you walk home or does someone pick you up?" The girl kept writing answers. She looked hopeful, like she wanted to make him happy. "Who do you live with?" he asked next. "Are you ever home alone?" My hands were shaking. Brian grabbed my arm. "We need to call the police, right now." We called 911 from the back. The operator said officers would wait outside. We had to act normal until the meal was over. I kept serving them, trying not to panic. The man asked for the check and thanked me. "This was really special," he said, smiling. "Thank you so much." They stood up and walked toward the door. The second they stepped outside, police officers approached them. "Sir, you need to come with us." The man's face went from happy to confused in an instant. "What? What's happening? What did I do?" They put handcuffs on him right there in front of the restaurant. That's when the little girl started crying. Not just crying, but sobbing. She grabbed onto the man's arm and wouldn't let go. I ran outside. "Sweetie, it's okay. You're safe now. Where's your mommy? We can call her." The girl just kept crying. She was shaking her head, trying to pull toward the man. She wouldn't write anything. She couldn't explain. One officer tried to gently move her away, but she wouldn't budge. I turned to the officers. He was asking her really disturbing questions about where she lives, her family, her school, like he was gathering information, like he didn't even know her. The officer nodded. "We'll take it from here." They put the man in the patrol car. He looked back at the girl through the window, and she was reaching for him, crying silently. The officers stayed with the girl, trying to figure out who to call. I stood there feeling like I'd just saved her life, but something about her reaction made my stomach hurt. 30 minutes passed. The girl was still with the officers outside. Then a woman came storming through the restaurant doors. "Which one of you called the police on my husband?" She was shaking with anger. I stepped forward. "Ma'am, I did. I had to. He was asking that little girl really alarming questions." "That's her father." The woman cut me off. Her voice cracked. "He was in a car accident a year ago. He was in a coma. He just woke up last week." My heart stopped. "He doesn't remember anything," she continued, tears streaming down her face now. Not me, not her, not his own life. This was his first daddy-daughter date since the accident. He was trying to relearn everything about his own daughter. She shoved her phone in my face. Photos of them as a happy family birthday parties. Christmas mornings, the man and the girl together, smiling, all before the accident. Everything clicked at once. The notepad, the questions, the girl's hopefulness. She was just getting her daddy back. "Why didn't your daughter tell us?" The mom shot back. "She's mute." The woman ran back outside to her daughter.